Have you ever felt like you are constantly running on a treadmill, exhausted and sweating, but never actually moving forward anywhere? We live in a world that glorifies being busy, yet so many of us feel completely empty and lost inside. Time is our most valuable resource, yet we squander it on activities that do not bring us closer to our dreams. Being busy is not the same as being effective, and mistaking motion for action is a trap that destroys many lives. Let me introduce you to Daniel, a 32-year-old barista who has been working incredibly hard for the last 8 years. To the outside observer, Daniel seems diligent and responsible, but inside, he feels like he is slowly drowning in mediocrity. He looks at his reflection and wonders where the time went, realizing he is merely existing rather than truly living life. Every single day feels exactly the same, a repetitive cycle of waking up, working hard, and going to sleep feeling unfulfilled. Anxiety grips him at night because he knows he is drifting, but he has no idea how to change his course. Despite working long shifts and never taking vacations, his bank account remains stagnant, mirroring the lack of progress in his life. He scrolls through social media, watching his friends achieve milestones, while he feels stuck in the exact same spot as yesterday. He wants success desperately, but his desire is a vague cloud rather than a solid structure he can build upon. One rainy Tuesday, a regular customer named Mr. Harrison noticed the heaviness in Daniel's eyes and decided to speak up. Mr. Harrison was a retired entrepreneur known for his wisdom, and he saw a younger version of himself in Daniel. He asked Daniel a simple question. "Daniel, tell me, where exactly do you see yourself in 5 years from today?" Daniel paused, his mind racing, but he could only offer vague answers like, "I want to be successful," or "traveling." Mr. Harrison smiled gently, but shook his head, explaining that vague wishes are not the same thing as concrete life goals. He told Daniel that living without clear goals is like walking through a dense fog with a blindfold over your eyes. To illustrate his point, the old mentor took out a small, vintage brass compass and placed it on the counter. He asked Daniel to look at the needle and understand that direction is more important than speed in any journey. Imagine a ship that is built with the strongest steel and the most powerful engines ever designed by human hands. If the captain has no map and no destination, that powerful ship will simply drift until it runs out of fuel. Daniel listened intently, realizing that for 8 years he had been a powerful ship, simply drifting without a chosen destination. Harrison decided it was time to teach Daniel the specific formula that separates the dreamers from the high achievers. He introduced the concept of SMART goals, emphasizing that a goal must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. He told Daniel to start by defining a 1-year goal, which focuses on immediate, tangible results you can track. Instead of saying, "I want to save money," you must say, "I will save $5,000 by December 31st. Next is the 5-year vision, which defines your lifestyle, your career position, and the person you want to become. Daniel closed his eyes and visualized owning his own coffee shop, not just working as an employee for someone else. Finally, the 20-year legacy asks, what do you want to be remembered for when you look back at your life? This conversation sparked a fire in Daniel that he had not felt since he was a young and ambitious teenager. That very night, Daniel went home and cleaned his chaotic desk, preparing a space to map out his new future. He wrote down his specific dream: to open his own artisanal coffee roastery within exactly 5 years from that day. He broke this massive dream down into smaller, manageable steps, calculating exactly how much he needed to save every month. The transformation began the next morning when his alarm rang at 5, and for the first time, he didn't snooze. While the rest of the world was sleeping, Daniel was reading books on business management and learning about profit margins. He stopped treating his job as a burden and started viewing it as paid training for his future entrepreneurial career. When his friends invited him out for expensive drinks, Daniel learned the power of saying no to protect his goals. Every dollar he saved was no longer just money. It was a brick in the foundation of his future coffee empire. There were moments of exhaustion, but looking at his written goals gave him a second wind of energy and determination. Weeks turned into months, and the compound effect of his daily small actions began to show undeniable and visible results. 6 months later, the Daniel who walked down the street was unrecognizable from the lost man who existed before. He checked his bank account and saw that he had hit his savings target, proving that his plan was working. He held a certificate of completion for a business course, a tangible symbol of his dedication to learning and growth. When he met Mr. Harrison again, he didn't just have vague wishes. He had progress, data, and a solid plan. Harrison smiled and told him that the difference was not in his ability, but in the clarity of his direction. Daniel realized that he was no longer drifting. He was steering his own ship through the storms toward a destination. This story illustrates a universal truth. Effort without direction is wasted energy, but effort with direction creates an unstoppable force. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself the same question Harrison asked Daniel that day. Do you have a clear compass for your life, or are you simply drifting wherever the winds of circumstance blow? Setting goals is not just about achieving things. It is about becoming the person who is capable of achieving them. Your goals act as a lighthouse, cutting through the darkness of doubt and guiding you when you feel lost or overwhelmed. When you have a clear why, the hard work becomes bearable, and the sacrifices begin to make perfect sense to you. You have the power to build your own compass today, to stop drifting and start sailing towards your true potential. Remember the SMART framework, and do not be afraid to dream big, but always ground your dreams in practical steps. Daniel's story is not unique. It is a blueprint that anyone, including you, can follow to change their reality completely. Don't wait for a perfect moment or a mentor to appear. You can be your own mentor, starting right now. Take a piece of paper and a pen, sit down in a quiet place, and design the future you deserve. The climb might be difficult and the path might be steep, but the view from the summit is worth it. Life is a flow, and you can either float like a leaf or navigate like a captain. The choice is yours. Discipline is the engine, but your goal is the steering wheel. You need both to get anywhere meaningful in life. Your potential is like a seed buried in the ground. It needs the water of consistency and the light of vision. Imagine waking up 6 months from now, looking in the mirror, and being incredibly proud of the person staring back. Every day presents a crossroad, and you must choose the path of growth over the path of comfort and stagnation. Knowledge is power, but only when it is applied with a clear purpose and executed with relentless and consistent action. Do not let another year pass by in a blur of busyness. Take control of your time and your destiny. You are the driver of your life, so stop sitting in the passenger seat and letting life happen to you. Just like Harrison helped Daniel, your success will eventually allow you to help others find their way in the future. One small decision to set a goal today can start a chain reaction that completely reshapes your entire reality. The universe favors the bold and the focused. Make your intentions clear, and the path will reveal itself to you. It is time to wake up from the trance of mediocrity and step into the brilliance of your true capability. Make a contract with yourself today. that you will no longer accept anything less than your absolute best effort. The finish line is waiting for you, but you must be the one to start the race and keep running. Let the story of Daniel be the spark that ignites a roaring fire of ambition and purpose within your soul. Your environment matters, but your internal mindset matters more. Build a fortress of focus in your own mind first. The sand in the hourglass is falling every second. Do not let it run out without making your mark. Find the stillness within you to hear your true desires. Then use the noise of the world to build them. Goals are the bridge that connects the island of dreams to the mainland of reality. Start building your bridge. You do not need to know every turn of the road. You just need to know your final destination. Success is not an elevator. It is a long staircase that you must climb one deliberate step at a time. Embrace the resistance and the struggle, for they are the weights that build the mental muscles of a champion. Rise above the distractions of daily life like an eagle, keeping your eyes locked firmly on your long-term vision. Fixing your life requires work. It requires getting your hands dirty and confronting the parts that are broken. Every sunrise offers a fresh page in the book of your life. Make sure you write something worth reading today. Build your dreams with the bricks of discipline and the mortar of persistence, and you will create something lasting. Streamline your life. Remove the drag of bad habits, and you will move faster towards your goals with less effort. You are the artist of your own existence. Do not let others hold the paintbrush or choose the colors for you. Be the flame that lights your own path, and eventually, your light will help others find their way too. Pack your bags with skills, knowledge, and resilience, for the journey to success is long and requires good supplies. Life is a game of strategy. Stop playing randomly and start thinking 3 moves ahead of your current situation. Nurture your goals daily, like a gardener tends to his plants, and you will surely reap a bountiful harvest. You already hold the key to your prison cell. The door is unlocked. You just need to push it open. Rewrite the code of your mind. Delete the viruses of self-doubt and install the software of unshakable confidence. Focus on the details of your daily habits, for they are the molecules that make up the organism of success. Do not be afraid to let go of the safe ledge to reach for the higher ground waiting above you. Aim with precision, draw back with patience, and release with confidence. You will hit your target every single time. Luck is simply what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Be prepared so you can be lucky when the time comes. Remember that diamonds are created under pressure. Do not fear the pressure, for it is making you unbreakable. Do not wait for sunny days to run. Train yourself to perform even when the storms of life are raging. Pass the torch of inspiration to others. When you shine, you unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. You are the architect of your destiny. Draw the blueprints carefully before you start laying the foundation. Let your values be your compass, and your goals be your map, and you will never be lost again. True success includes the freedom to spend time with those you love, not just the accumulation of material wealth. The road ahead is long and full of potential. Keep your eyes on the horizon and your feet moving forward. End each day knowing you did your best, and wake up each morning ready to do it all again. Clarity brings peace. When you know where you are going, the anxiety of the unknown disappears completely. Tie your shoes, stand up straight, and take that first step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins now. Keep climbing until you break through the clouds, where the sun is always shining, and the view is spectacular. Never stop learning, for the moment you stop growing is the moment you start dying inside. We do not have forever. Use your time wisely, for it is the only resource you can never replenish. Joy is found not just in the destination, but in the growth and the person you become along the way. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and share your vision. You become like the company you keep. Keep your vision sharp and your focus narrow. Distraction is the enemy of all great achievements. Be the fire that burns even in the rain. Let your determination be stronger than any obstacle in your path. Open the windows of your mind to possibility, and let the light of ambition drive out the shadows of fear. Walk in a way that leaves a path for others to follow. Lead by example in everything you do. One day, you will look back at this moment as the turning point, where everything started to change for the better. The world is waiting for your contribution. Do not deprive us of the unique gifts that only you can offer. Thank you for watching Unstoppable Mind today. Subscribe now to unlock your potential and never miss another life-changing lesson.